Okay. So today we are talking about the invitation skill. Eric Worre calls it the, if you know what Eric Worre calls the invitation skill, go and write it in the chat space. Invitation, what does Eric Worre call it? Invitation skill, what is it? What's the name of what does he call it? Invitation skill, the gateway skill. Amazing, amazing. It is the gateway skill. If you do not know how to invite in network marketing, you will go nowhere. That's why it's called the gateway skill. This is the first skill that you should start mastering, how to invite people effectively to events. Okay, it is called the gateway skill for the reason that without it, you will not get into network marketing until you become a master inviter, until you become somebody that inviting becomes part of them. You've not started this business. Okay, so the gateway to becoming a professional in network marketing is becoming a good inviter or learning invitation skills. Okay, so what is invitation? Invitation is asking somebody, okay, to attend something that you have been, okay. Yes, I omitted something. Yes. Sorry, I was just rushing because of time, but I also want to acknowledge the presence of the leaders first. Okay, if you can look through the participants, you see some people have been made co-hosts. These are the people that are holding this civilization. Okay, these are the people who, okay, who are the pillars. I call them my pillars. Okay, I want to recognize these leaders. Okay, for always being there to make sure that things work and they work properly. So let's welcome Dr. Belkisu Babangida. Okay, let's welcome Professor Solomon Obaje. Let's welcome Mrs. Margaret. Let's welcome Princess Olubukola Oni. Let's welcome Professor Solomon Obaje. You are highly welcome. Mrs. Grace Yamson, you're highly welcome. These are, when we talk about leaders in the Kingmakers group, these are the leaders, okay? These are the people you should be, whenever you have an issue, okay? These are the people you should be looking up to. These are the people that are solving these issues even before it gets to my desk. So I appreciate all of you. Also, to all the active partners present, I appreciate you. And to the VIPs, there are newbies here. There are new partners that connected. I can see some new names. Mr. Doyin Oluwole, can we welcome Mr. Doyin? Mr. Doyin, you're welcome. You're welcome. I can see Mrs. Yakubu Itiana. You're welcome. You're welcome. I can see, okay, who else? I can see Mrs. Franca. I think this is your first time in our family meeting. So let's welcome Mrs. Franca. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. These are the newcomers in our midst. Please, let's welcome them. Let's welcome them. Let's welcome them. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Sorry for the omission. Okay, sorry for the omission, and you're very, very welcome. Okay, so yes, yes, you're welcome. And to everyone connected, you're also welcome to this session. Okay, as we learn together, the purpose of learning is so that you can teach. Okay, if you learn, okay, just a minute, please. I think there's something that I need to take care of. Just 1 minute, please. Yeah, apologies. Apologies. Um, so last week we talked about the invitation skill. Sorry, the prospecting skill. We talked about prospecting. We practicalized prospecting. And from the reports I've been getting, a lot of people are already practicalizing. I can testify for Paul. Paul has been reporting about how he's practicalizing the skills that he's learning. So until you start practicalizing these things, you are not learning yet. So it is one thing for you to attend this session, and it is another for you to actually practicalize these things. Okay? So please, as you are learning, okay, as you are learning, you go and practicalize. Okay? You practicalize these things. And that is just a minute, please. Okay. So last week we talked about prospecting, and as if the entrepreneur mentor um, had what we are training ourselves on, he came up with the training on the psychology of prospecting. Okay, and what was the conclusion of the matter on prospecting? That when you go to prospect, okay, it is it is wrong for you to think people will say no to you. Okay, have the once you understand the business that we do, okay, when you understand that now that I understand this business, and when I'm doing a presentation or I'm giving an explanation on what the business is, that is the psychology I have. Like everybody should be doing this business. Everybody should say yes to this business. The only person that says no to this business is because they don't understand. And if somebody says no, it means it's either that person is just a fanatic, like he said, is just somebody who has one mindset and will never change it no matter what, or I am doing a bad job at showcasing this business. So what do? I just go back and I hone my skills and I go back again. Okay. So once you have that mindset that it's either they say yes or if they say no, it means they've shown me clearly that no matter what I do, they will never say yes to this business. Then I know that that's justified. But when you have that mindset of people should say yes to my business every time, it is difficult for people to say no to you. The highest they can say is, okay, I have seen reasons, but I might need to think about it. And even at that, you can still ask them, can we rub minds together as you're thinking about it? Okay? Once you've given somebody enough reasons and they don't know where to hold on to again, they'll start telling you, oh, I need to think about it. Okay? That's when you know that you have see it always as a battle. Okay? When you when you're doing a one-on-one, though for newbies here, we don't advise that you do a one-on-one. But if you're more than 2 months in this business, you are qualified, more than qualified to do a one-on-one. A one-on-one is when you sit somebody down and you lay out the business for the person. Okay? What does a one-on-one help you to do? It helps you to one, you get to understand because as you are talking to them, as you're engaging somebody, they're asking you questions, and where you lack understanding, you go and look for answers. Okay? You go and you look for answers and you come back better. So it helps you sharpen your skills. Okay? So always go with the mindset that people will say yes. But today, what we are talking about is invitation. How do you professionally invite somebody to your events? Before we even go to inviting them, where can you invite somebody to? Okay? Where can you invite somebody to? There are different types of events. Okay, I will start with the most effective event you can invite somebody to. It is called a live event. Live event. Okay, event where people can see each other, where there is social proof. We were just in Lagos and we were talking to one presenter, and she was saying um, 13 people came to the hub. She did a presentation and 4 people signed up. That is the power of a live presentation. Okay? Even though she was complaining that she's not a good presenter and all that. But we told her if you were to compare with with our online presentation, if you have 13 people online, it is very difficult that you have 2 people sign up. But when you have a live session, okay, that's why we encourage home meeting, home launches. Okay, when you want to do a launch, do it in your house where we have a presenter come and do the presentation, or we can do it hybrid. While they are sitting there, we are doing it online and they can hear us. What happens in cases like that? It's called social proof. Okay, one, they've come to your house because um, there's that social connect with you and them. Okay, it will be rude for them to just stand up and leave. In an online session, anybody can, as we're speaking now, we're 23, anybody who is not interested in what I'm saying can just click a button and they are out of here. And nobody will say, what's happening? Join us now. If the person just tell you network problem, there's nothing you can do about it. But when you invite people to your house, okay, it is rude for somebody to just stand up and leave, even though those things have happened, okay, but it is considered rude for somebody to just stand up and leave your house like that during a presentation, okay? So no matter what, they will stay, and the possibilities of them coming on board is higher. Even Eric Worre came on a live event, okay? He was invited by John Joyce, his father's business partner, to his house, and they played a video. He didn't want to sign up. He who was the youngest and brokest of them all was thinking, these people, they've come again. This is too good to be true. He wanted to leave. He was like, oh, Based on all my analysis, I'm out. But the father said, I'm in. When he's heard his father say, I am in, what did he do? He said, if these people, because his father was in real estate, they were into real estate development. These people are already successful. They know more about money than I do. He was just 18 or 22 at that time, and he had 18 jobs. And these people are signing up. So it will only make sense for me to sign up. At least let me follow Uno Road. That was how our mentor, our grand mentor, Eric Worre, signed on to this business. So whenever you hear there is a live session, please do all you can. Even if it means buying tickets, buy tickets and make sure that your people attend those live events. So we have live events happening all over Nigeria. And very soon in the UK, we're going to be having live events as well. So do all you can to make sure that your people attend live events. Okay? This is the most powerful tool. This is the most powerful of all events. Live events. Why is it powerful? It is because of social proof. People get to see what you're saying. It is not just online. Somebody is talking that they've bought a Benz, they've bought a house, they've taken their family on vacations. You get to see these people. And there's something about us humans. We are people or humans, we rely more on our instincts. You can tell when somebody is lying. Okay, this doesn't happen online. That's why many people get scammed online, because you cannot tell feelings online. Okay, you cannot tell if something is for real or not online. But when you attend the session, you're looking at the person eyeball to eyeball. Sometimes these people, like the Air Match 3.0 that we had, these people came with their cars. Okay, cars that they bought with money from this business. The presenters, the leaders. So for those prospects that were doubting, they could just move outside and see the cars right there. So it's not just me showing on the screen that I've bought a Benz, but you can go and see it outside. Okay? The only thing that might just come up is, okay, maybe he didn't buy it with money from this business. Maybe he has another business, but that would be left for you to go and research and see if this person has some other businesses. But if you research and you see that there is no other business, it's only this business this person is doing, and he has bought a car of 30-something million naira, then you start to think, okay, this person doesn't have two heads on his neck. Okay, it means it is possible for me as well. And once somebody thinks it is possible for them as well, they are in. They are in. Okay, so when we do presentations, that is the point we want to get people to. We want people to move from the point of this is impossible to the point of this is possible for me as well. And once somebody gets to that point, the only thing that will be holding somebody back is maybe they don't have the money, and they will go and look for the money. Once they have seen it, that this is possible for me too, they will sign up. So number one event you can invite people to is the live event. Okay, live event. There is nothing like a live event. Okay, even though most part of my business has been built online, but I tell you, okay, why do I attend events? Why do I go spend all this money to go to Nigeria, see people? Because I understand that this is not an online business. Okay, if these people don't see me, feel me, if they don't get that relationship with me, that this person is real and he means this, he's serious about this, they will not do this business. Okay, they will not do this business. So there's nothing like a live event. Okay, so you can start building momentum online, like I say most times, but you need to be physically present for people to know that you are real, especially at big events. Okay, so the very first thing And the one that yields most result is events, okay? Live events. The second one is webinars, okay? What we have of Zoom meetings, Zoom calls, we already have those, okay? So I'll use this opportunity to tell you that every Wednesdays by 7:30 p.m., we have online business opportunity meetings, okay? Every Wednesday by 7:30 p.m. So what are you inviting people to? You are inviting them to this session. And Sunday by 7 p.m., these are sure bankers. Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. and Sunday, 7 p.m. Okay, every week. We have other programs lined out. Okay, the Trailblazers is going to line out their programs. We as well are lining up our programs. Okay, we're going to be Thursdays is quick starter guide. Thursdays is quick starter guide. This is what is the purpose of a quick starter guide? Those that have attended our sessions before, maybe they attended your big announcement, you invited them to a Wednesday session. On Thursday, there is the initial planning orientation and quick starter guide. It is online. In the various hubs, it comes up on Mondays, okay? In the hubs, for those who have seen a live event, they are invited to come and get more information about this business and how to maximize this opportunity, okay? So Thursdays, online. So if you have people that have attended your session and you don't know what to do with them, you should be looking towards Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Invite them to get more information. Okay? If they still don't sign up, you you continue to give them evidences. Okay? Evidence upon evidence. Link them with your leader, okay, to answer their questions. And whenever you hear a story, okay, whenever you hear a story about this project and it is helping somebody, that somebody's life is being changed, you send it to them. It's part of follow-up. It's part of follow-up, okay? So the first is live events, most effective. Second is webinars, Zoom sessions, Zoom calls, okay? The third is, the third is leaflets and pamphlets, or sorry, videos. Okay, in a Zoom, what advantage does Zoom have over videos? On a Zoom call, you can ask questions. Okay, you were in the session yesterday, you had people asking questions live, and Ambassador Onyi was answering those questions live. That is also social proof. Okay, that builds confidence. So it is more effective than a video. A video, when you send a video, the person might watch it, they might not watch it, okay? They don't have an avenue to ask the presenter a question, except they finish and they now call you to ask you questions, okay? So, so the third most effective is sending them a video. We have videos all over online that you can send to people, okay? And there are procedures to doing that, okay? There are procedures to doing that. And then you can also send leaflets. A leaflet just came out with the description of the Diamond project. In fact, there's somebody I sent it to, the person is about to make payment. Very self-explanatory. Okay, all I had to do was call the person and answer questions. Okay, but it is best for people who have attended our session before, okay, for it to refresh their memory, because this person that is about to make payment is somebody that had attended a big announcement of one of my partners before. So I sent them the leaflet, they went through it, and we had a talk, and they're about. Okay, the leaflet is available. It was shared on the 90 days game plan group. Okay, I see people asking for the leaflet. The leaflet is very much available. The Diamond Project Explainer by Ambassador Nefo Esimai is very much available. Okay. So please, okay, if you don't have it, private chat me, I will send it to you. Okay. I will send it to you. Okay. Okay. So that leaflet is for people who have attended our sessions, but they still need clarity. Some people say, oh, the session went too fast, network, this one. You can send them the leaflet for them to go through. It explains the Diamond Project, okay? But it is not as effective as a live session. It's not as effective as a Zoom session. It's not as effective as a video, but it also does the job. The the least thing you should be doing is doing nothing. Okay, they say if you can't fly, you run. If you can't run, you walk. If you can't walk, you crawl. If you can't crawl, roll. Whatever you do, don't stay in one position. Just keep moving. Okay, so all these are arranged in order of effectiveness. Okay, there's nothing like a live event. Okay, and then followed by a Zoom call. After that, you have the videos and sometimes audios, okay? And then you have leaflets, okay? And then products. The list on the category is product. Your product is also a tool, okay? I know Mrs. Margaret is a superstar in products, okay? She has used her products to sign up a lot of people, okay? So you can as well use the product in signing up people. Okay, give them a sachet of our coffee, just one sachet. Let them go and test. Okay, two sachets. Let them use it for 2 days. Okay, and they come back to you. Wow, this is amazing. Do you want to know more? Okay, anything to strike a conversation. Anything to strike a conversation. So um, those are you can invite people to events or you can invite people to tools. Okay? Anything that does not involve um, live communication is regarded as a tool. A leaflet is a tool. Um, uh, a video is a tool. Audio is a tool. Okay? But anything that can communicate with the prospect, like a Zoom call, and okay, a Zoom call and a live event is regarded as an event. Okay, and events are more effective than tools. So you invite people to either events or tools. Okay, but the most effective ones are events. You want to have your people seated at events. The most successful people in this business is not the smartest people. It is those who have the most bots seated in an event that end up becoming successful because this is a numbers game. Okay? This is a numbers game. If you have more people seated at any event, the likelihood of people signing up and building a business is higher than people who just invite one or two people. Okay? So, because it's a numbers game, you must learn how to invite. So, going into the invitation, there are different ways and different techniques to invite different categories of people. Okay, as our world is changing, there's the social media recruitment that is ongoing. So more things are evolving. When Eric Worre wrote GoPro, there was no social media recruiting or online recruiting, but it is happening now, and we also have to learn how this is done. Okay, because just because it's not in our manual does not mean we should just keep it aside. Okay, because a lot of people are building their businesses online right now using online tools or social media tools. Okay, so um, according to Eric Worre, there are different ways in which you can invite. Okay, there are there are several ways or several types of invitation. You have the invitation which is direct. Okay? This is for people that you know. Okay? People that are on the same social strata as you or the same, um, your colleagues, your friends. Okay? People that you're not looking up to them and they are not looking up to you. You are just mates, as the English people will say. You are just mates. Okay? With people like this, you do the direct invite. But um, the direct invite is you going straight to the point and inviting them. After you've prospected somebody, you should know one or two things about that person. Prospecting is not just, hello, give me your number. No. Prospecting, I said, is like dating. Okay? When you go to date a woman, okay, you want to collect information. You want to know her better. You want to um, you want to woo her. That's where compliments come in. Okay. So you've done all this, you've gathered data. Okay. What I do when I collect people's number, I save it with something that I know about them. So that when I'm calling them, I remind them of that thing. Okay. And people think, oh, I said this thing and this person, he took notice. Okay. So whenever you are discussing with somebody, find something, okay, that the person said. Maybe the person didn't even notice they said it, but pick that thing, okay, and you use it in the next conversation. That's just one skill of mine that I'm teaching you right now, okay? So that you don't start from ground zero. When you're calling somebody, you're, okay, do you remember me? I am so and so and so. Okay. You told how so where did you say you live again? No. Either have a diary or like I do, my phone is my diary. Okay. Everything about my prospects is in this phone. Okay. My itinerary is also in this phone. Okay. My calendar, which is my boss, is in this phone. It tells me who and when to call anybody. Okay, so what I do is when I save people's number, I save it with something interesting about them that they said during our conversation. They might not notice that they said it or I took notice. Okay, practice of one-on-one presentation. Okay, get our slides. Okay, I will send you our slides and you going through the 4 pillars of the Diamond Project and telling your story. That is a presentation already. Okay. But today we're discussing on invitation. We're discussing on invitation, okay? Invitation, because you're going to be using this in the 90 days game plan very, very, very well. Okay? Either you're doing it on Facebook, either you're doing it live, okay? It is going to become your lifestyle. If you decided that you're going to run this 90 days game plan, invitation is going to become your lifestyle. Okay? After prospecting, after collecting information, you are to use this information to now invite. Okay, you use this information you've collected about this person to invite the person to a session. Oh, Abdul, the last time we were talking, you said that you were not satisfied with the income that you are getting from your job. Were you serious about it or were you just joking around? Say, I was very serious. In fact, they'll start complaining, giving you more things to hold on to. Let them vent. Let them vent. Okay, let them talk. Okay. So you say, Abdul, I don't know if this is for you, but if there was an opportunity for you to earn at least 100,000 naira extra to whatever you are earning now, without you leaving this job, would you be ready to listen? Abdul says, yes, please tell me. What is it? Anything. 100,000 will solve a lot of problems. Okay. You say, I don't know, but there's this international organization. I was introduced to. The consultants are organizing something and it's on the hush hush. Okay. Very, very few slots available. In fact, the way I got these slots, if I tell you, you will not believe it. It is just by miracle that I'll have these slots. And I just have two. I have just two slots. And they are coming to show you how you can build a business while you're doing this job that you're doing, so that you'll be able to earn at least 100,000 naira additional to this job you're doing. Now, Abdul, like I told you, these slots, the way I got them, if you get to know how I got them, it is not anyhow. I beg, Abdul, if I give you this one slot, this last slot that I have, would you be able to attend the session? Abdul say, yes, 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 yes. Okay. And then you say, okay, please, Abdul, this slot, I told you I was given just two. I don't want to waste this slot. I suffered before I got this slot. Okay. In fact, the story behind this slot, let's just leave it for another day. But I suffered before getting this slot. Please, if I give you this slot, can you promise me that you'll be there? Can you confirm to me that you'll be there? Abdul say, yes, I'll be there. I'll be there. Okay. So one last time, Abdul, please. This slot means a lot to me. Please confirm that you'll be there. Abdul say, yes, I'll be there. Then you give Abdul the details. Okay. And you ask Abdul, is it okay if I call you 1 hour before the session to remind you about the session? Abdul say yes, no problem. So you've opened the door for you to give a reminder call, because it is very important to do that reminder call. Most of us invite and we just think, oh, they should know now, they should remember. No, you forget, I forget, we forget. It is a normal human trait for us to forget. So it is up to you, the entrepreneur, it is up to you, the CEO, to call the person. Have you booked any um have you booked any professional service before? Okay, maybe Uber Eats or um an Uber or something. Sometime before the arrival of the taxi or before the food gets there, they will inform you that the food is on its way, it is coming. That is a reminder. That is what professionals do, because they understand that human beings forget. So it will be foolhardy of you to invite somebody and just think, oh, because I invited them, they should remember. No, it is your duty, okay, to call them and remind them. If it is a live session, 2 hours before the session. If it is an online session, 1 hour before the session. Call them, remind them. Oh, remember I invited you to so place. If it is a live session, oh, remember I gave you the slot to so place. Where are you right now? You say, I'm at home. Okay, how far is so place from your house? It's 30 minutes. Okay, so it means you should be out of your house in an hour from now, right? Say yes. Say, okay, do you know the location of the place? Please go into the details. Make the event visible to the prospect. Let them see themselves there. Okay? By just calling and saying, remember it's by 2:30, see you there. They may not attend. But when you ask, okay, where are you right now? Person says, I'm in Gudu. Okay, do you know Shalom Plaza? You say, yes. Okay, how far is your house from Shalom Plaza? You say, it's like 30 minutes. Okay, so it means in 1 hour from, how are you going to go there? Are you mobile or are you going to call a cab? You say, I think I will just trek there. Okay, so how many minutes by walk will it take you from your house from Gudu to Shalom Plaza? You say, roughly about 20 minutes. Okay, so it means you should be out of your house by 2:30, right? To catch the event by 3:10. All this is you painting a picture for the person so that it becomes a reality for the person. Even before they attended, they have attended in their heads. When you discuss these details, it is now difficult. They now know that you are timing them. Okay, even though you may not be timing them, but in their mind, you are timing them that by 2:30, they should be out of their house. So by 2:30, they will start even checking their phone to see if you are calling them. Okay. And a good entrepreneur will still call them. You should be on your way right now, right? Okay. Please, it's because of the importance of this slot. That is why I'm calling you. Okay. I don't want it to be wasted. That is why I'm calling you. Okay. I hope you've left your house. Say yes. Okay. So please, if you encounter any challenge in finding the place, reach out to me. With all those details, it is difficult for somebody not to attend an event. You have, okay, you have at least you boost your chances of people attending your event up to 80% when you pay attention to details. Okay, if it is an online session, please call the person. Do you have Zoom? Even during the invitation, what I do is during the invitation, I ask you if it is an online session, do you have Zoom installed on your phone? He says yes. Okay. Have you checked to see that it's updates? Yes, I joined the meeting yesterday. Okay, amazing. So I'll be sending you the link. Okay. Make sure that you attend the session. Okay. The slot is worth 5,000 naira, but we're giving it to you for free because you were recommended by Mrs. Margaret Amlab. Okay. So we don't want this money to go to waste. So confirm that you'll be there. Say yes. Okay. Is it okay to call you 1 hour before the session to confirm, to remind you of the session? Person says yes. When it's 1 hour, make sure that you call them and remind them of the session. Okay? Do not leave anything to chance. Oh, they should know, they should attend. They will not attend. And you cannot do anything about it. But he who pays attention to details, he who is thorough, make sure that people attend. Okay? So that's a direct invitation. People that you know. There is something we call indirect invitation. This is for people that are a little above you in the social ladder. Okay? People that you look up to in a way, or people that in a way have become successful. Okay? And if you attended a match, you had Ambassador Temiki Tokwe. He said, start with the people, influential people in your life. Start with those people who are successful. People who are successful are more open to opportunity, and that is what I've realized. People who are attain some level of success in life are more open to opportunity than people who are struggling. So invite those people who are successful already. Make sure that you start your invitation with people who have attained some level of success. Most people, what we do is when we want to invite, we just go and check all the people that this person self, he doesn't have anything to show me now. Even if they say no, now, what else, what can he do? Even if they reject me, it won't concern me. Okay? So they just go and invite people that are either on a lower status than them or on the same status, just because you're afraid of rejection. And the funny thing, the irony of it is that people who are successful already, who have achieved some level of success, are even more open to opportunities. Ambassador Temitope told a story of somebody that came. They told him to make a contact list. He will write one name, he will clean it. He will write it again, he will erase it. He will write it again and erase it. And then Ambassador Temitope asked him, what are you doing? What is happening? He said, this person is a professor. If I invite him, I don't think he will attend, and he might not take it lightly with me. Ambassador Temitope just told him, write the name. He wrote the name and sent the professor a message. Ambassador Temitope called the professor, okay, and invited the professor to a live session. They were still arranging chairs in the live session. That professor had arrived. That professor sat down from the beginning of the live session till the end of the live session and signed up with the maximum package. After signing up, he called this boy and he said, he spoke Yoruba. I don't know how to speak it, but he said, it's like your head no correct too. So you saw an opportunity like this and you did not invite me since. When I heard that, I just started going through all the lists in my head, in my contacts, all those people that I'm yet to invite. And I said, so there are some of these people that are looking for opportunities like this. So people who are successful in their fields are more receptive because they understand how opportunities work. Principles are intertwined. If one thing has worked in this arena, if you bring it to another arena, most times it works. Okay, if you sieve out the principle in that thing and you bring it to another arena, it will work. So successful people understand this. So they are always open to opportunities, waiting for opportunities to show up, and they plunge it. Okay, so please, all those VIPs you have, okay, you use the indirect method to invite them. And how do you invite them? Okay, you start with a compliment. You start with a compliment. Everybody likes a compliment. Okay, you compliment them. Uncle Tosin, I just want to say a big thank you to all the work you've been doing in our community. In fact, we were just discussing yesterday with my friends, and I said, if only we had leaders like you in this our community, if we had 10 leaders like you in this our community would be a better place. You've given a compliment. Okay? You've given a compliment. That opens the door for you to do an invite. Okay? That opens the door for you to do an invite. Now say, Uncle Tosin, I don't know, this might not be for you. Okay? That's why it's called indirect. I don't know, this might not be for you, but there's this organization I came across, and they are helping people to earn more while they're living better using their health, the health bundle attached to the business. Sir, if you know anyone that will be interested in running a business for supplementary income, please, can I count on you to direct that person my way? People who are successful tell you, what is it about? Okay? Because they are open to opportunities. Say, and what is this thing about? Say, and they call it the Diamond Project. It is a project that seeks to help smart people like you to become the ultimate version of themselves. They do it through mentorship, training, capacity building, health optimization, as well as building financial leverage systems. So they they have consultants that are coming and they are showing people how to build their businesses. I don't know how free you are at so time. Say, I'll be free. Okay. So they'll be coming online on Wednesday by 7:30 p.m. to show people how they can build businesses for themselves. Uncle Tosin, if I give you a slot, okay, even if it is not for you to give people around you, would you make out time to attend or direct those people to me? You say, myself, I want to know what is happening now. He has invited himself. Okay? The person has invited themselves. That's why it's called indirect. You're not directly inviting the person. You are telling the person if they know people. And most times, people want to know something before they invite people to that thing. So they will tell you to tell them more. Don't do the mistake of explaining the business to them. Just tell them that there is a session, professionals, consultants are coming to do a full-blown 90 minutes presentation for you to get the whole picture. Say, why can't you do the presentation? I just started, I'm new. Okay, if you are not new, tell them, oh, I I have to run, but if you have 90 minutes on so day, please, um, I can give you a slot. Shikena. Please avoid invitation is not presentation. Invitation is not presentation. You are just inviting people to come and see what you have seen. Okay? Even if it is you who is going to do the presentation, do not invite people and start doing presentation immediately. You're inviting them, just make sure that they are seated there. Just make sure that their devices are connected to the Zoom session. Make sure that they are in the session. That is where invitation stops. Invitation starts from where prospecting stops and ends where they are seated in the hall. So follow-up calls, reminder calls is still part of invitation until they are seated in the hall. That is where invitation stops. It starts from after you've collected their number, which is where prospecting stops, till the moment they are seated in the hall or their devices are connected on Zoom or they are watching the video. That is where invitation stops. The next one is presentation. Okay? But our topic for today is invitation. Okay? So that is how you invite somebody who is at a higher level than you. Indirectly, you told the person if they know people, but first of all, they will say, I know myself. Okay? And they will invite themselves. Okay? There's also the super indirect. It's also for VIPs. Okay? You start the same way by giving the person a compliment. Okay? And then you tell them that my friends and we're about to launch out a business. And we want to hear your honest opinion based on the fact that you have been successful in building businesses, or you've been successful as a civil servant, or you've been successful as a group leader, whatever area they are successful in. We want your honest opinion. Okay? So my friends and we are launching out a business, and we will want you. I have done this for my VIPs. They may come, they buy only products, they may not run the business, but at least you've exposed them, okay? And they can link you to other people. Not all VIPs will do the business, but they can be a doorway to so many people. Some will even do this business, okay? There are VIPs in this um, there are VIPs in this business as we speak, okay, and they are doing the business. So yours is to invite. You don't determine what happens after that, whether they do the business, they don't, whether they grow, they don't, whether just play your part, okay. As a leader, you play your part by prospecting, inviting, okay, and following up where necessary, okay. So for the super indirect, you say, my friends and I are coming up with a business idea, or we're launching out a business. I want to hear your honest opinion about this business. Because you've been successful in this field, we want a person with an eagle eye for business. When you tell people that kind of comments, that kind of compliments, it shakes them. Okay? So we want to hear your honest opinion about this business. How free will you be at so time? Okay, when the person says they will be free, can we count on you to please come and help us look at this business and give us your opinion on it? You say yes. You say, okay, the meeting is going to be on Zoom, the meeting is going to be in Ikeja, the meeting is going to be in Apo, okay, at so time, please, we'll be expecting to see you. Shikena. I have invited VIPs like that, and they have attended. Some of them have made payments. Some of them have downlines, okay, that are running the business. So all you have to do is invite, okay? You don't say who will run the business or not. Yours is to invite. So we have three types of invitation: the direct invitation, the indirect invitation, and the super indirect invitation, okay? So the next time we'll be meeting is for us to practicalize these invitations, okay? For us to practicalize this invitation. Yes, the session has been recorded. If you want a recorded version of it, we'll save it and you can watch it over and over again, okay? Until you have learned how to invite, you've not started our business, and you invite professionally, okay? You invite people professionally. Once you invite them professionally, they will attend. There are also there are more types of invitation. There is the invitation of a third party, okay? There are scripts to that. Whoever wants the scripts, please just talk to me. You'll get the scripts, okay? How to invite somebody, your downlines contact, okay? You've started building now. You are becoming a leader. You've moved from incubator class, you're going into implantation class. It means somebody has come into your business and they are launching their business and they have contacts. Okay. You can start calling these people. Okay. Once you tell the downline to send a message, you can start calling these people and inviting these people to a session because you have become a leader as well. Okay. So how does that one go? It is simple. Good afternoon. The person must have sent an SMS already. Okay? You call. Good afternoon. Am I on to Mr. Silas? They say yes. Mr. Silas, this is Engineer Fidelis Usman on the line. Okay. Mr. Silas, this is Engineer Fidelis Usman on the line. I'm calling you at the instance of Mrs. Margaret Amlabu. Do you know her? Most times they will say yes. Once they say yes, your next line of action it will be, did you get a message from Mrs. Margaret saying we may call you? Okay, so you're getting permission to go ahead. Person says, yes, I got a message. What is this all about? Okay, Mr. Silas, do you have just 2 minutes to talk about the Diamond Project? Mr. Silas says, go ahead. You now go into the invitation. Mr. Silas, the Diamond Project is a project that seeks to help smart and forward-thinking people like you to become the ultimate versions of themselves. This is done through mentorship, training, capacity building, health optimization, as well as building financial leverage systems. Mr. Silas, how free will you be on Sunday by 7 p.m.? Oh, I will be free. Okay. The consultants of the Diamond Project are coming together to show you how you can be part of this amazing organization and how you can benefit and build a system for yourself to generate income. Mr. Silas, if we gave you a slot based on the recommendation of Mrs. Margaret Amlab, would you be able to attend the session? Mr. Silas says yes. Say, thank you, Mr. Silas. Mr. Silas, our slots are coveted. So we want to get a confirmation from you that you'll be able to attend the session. Please, can we get a confirmation from you that you'll be able to attend the session on Sunday on Zoom by 7:30 p.m.? By 7 p.m. He says yes. He said, Mr. Silas, do you have the Zoom app on your phone? He says yes. Mr. Silas, is this your WhatsApp number? He says yes. Okay, the reservation code and the reservation code and the details for the Zoom, for joining the Zoom will be sent to you on this number. Thank you, Mr. Silas, for your time. Have a great day. Pam. In 2 minutes, you can invite a person to attend the session. Okay? So that is a third-party call. Okay? That's making a third-party call. Okay? There is also the call on social media, those from social media, but time will fail me to show you all of that. Okay? Most times on social media, you just you create a campaign and you create momentum, okay, towards the time through voice notes, videos, okay, making sure that you're posting in the group and people are reading, commenting, okay, so that when the time of the presentation comes, they are in the session, okay? So congratulations to all of you for being in the session from the beginning till this time. I will just open the floor for some few questions. We are really out of time. The Active Partners program is about to start. Okay? So if you have a question, please post it on the chat space so that I'll go through it.